Okay, let's spread out. Come into a symmetrical, relaxed position. Either close your eyes or take a soft gaze. And tune into the movement of your breathing as you slow down and deepen your breath. You're welcome to keep your eyes closed or open them, and let's slide arms overhead, stretching out really long through fingers and toes. Interlace your fingers, press out through your palms, flex your feet. And then roll onto one side. So we'll extend the bottom arm out, bring the whole body into a straight long line, point your toes, and for now you can use that top arm on the floor for balance. So we're going to squeeze the legs together and then lift them up. It doesn't matter how high, but really long and active, squeezing inner thighs together, stretching the legs long. And then release down. Now let's lift up again through the legs and the bottom arm. Reaching out through fingers, top of the head, toes. And release down. Now take both arms overhead and reach out to come up. Flounder pose. So a little flopping may happen. Each flop is working core strengthening muscles. And then release. Let's bend the bottom arm. Bring that hand to your head and flex your feet. That'll help with balance. Still keeping legs in line. We'll bend the top leg up like tree. So bring your foot as high up on your inner leg as you can. Opening through the top knee, bringing hips in, everything into the midline. So even though there's a lot touching the floor, this is a little bit of a balancing pose. And we'll reach the hand on the inside for the big toes and then extend part way or all the way straight. Just going to your edge, trying to keep bringing everything to the midline. To release, we'll bring that top hand to the floor and then lower the top leg until it's about 6 inches off the floor. Kick out through your heel, reach through your toes, splitting the legs wide. Working core strength here. And then release your foot to the floor where it is. The hand that was on your head is going to reach for the foot. You might need to bend your knee quite a bit to reach it, or you might even use a strap or hold your calf, whatever works for you. And open that top arm. Coming into a deep twist, dropping that top hip down. If you want to add a quad stretch for your last few breaths, the free hand can reach down for the free foot. You may or may not be able to reach it. It's okay if you don't. And then roll back onto your back. Bring both knees in. Take a little circle, rock with your knees. Massaging the lower back and top of the hips into the floor. You might shake your legs out a little bit. And then spread out. Same thing, other side. Starting with the bottom arm extended, toes pointed, top arm on the floor for balance. We'll squeeze the legs together and up. Reaching long, reaching out through the toes, strong core but relaxed face. Release legs down. Let's lift up again through the legs and the bottom arm. Reaching out. And release down. Last one, both arms overhead, squeeze arms and legs together, reach them out, come up, flounder pose. And release. Let's bend the bottom arm, hand to your head, flex your feet. Bring that top leg up for a tree. Open the top knee. And then reach your hand on the inside for the big toes. You're welcome to keep your leg as bent as you need. You can straighten it whatever amount you're able. Going towards your edge. And then release your hand to the floor, lower your leg till it's about 6 inches off the floor. Kick through your heel, reach through the toes, splitting the legs wide as you can. And then release, foot to the floor where it is. Hand that was on your head reaches for your foot, ankle or calf, or a strap. And then roll open through that top shoulder. Dropping down through the top hip. If you tried the quad stretch on the other side, you might add that on this side. Release. Roll back onto your back. Bring both knees in. A little circle or rock. Take both legs up. Shake them out a little. Let's come up. And onto our forearms for a forearm plank. So you can measure off the forearms so they're just shoulder width apart. Place the forearms down parallel, and then step your feet back. Bring your hips in line with the shoulders and heels and top of the head, whole body in a straight long line. And whole body lifting away from the floor. Let's shift to one elbow. Lift the other arm up. You can have feet one in front of the other or one on top of the other. Pulling up through the top arm, long neck, long body. And then release and switch. Coming on to the other side, top arm reaching high. Feet can be one in front of the other or one on top. And then release. Let's take child's pose. Dropping hips to the heels, forehead to the floor. Letting go. With arms out in front of you, walk your hands over to the left and then pull back through your right hip. Stretching right side a little more. Come through center and over to the other side. Pull back through your left hip. And back to center. Letting go. Now let's re-measure off the elbows so they're just shoulder width apart. Place the forearms down so they're parallel. Tuck the toes and lift the hips for dolphin pose, just like down dog but on the forearms. A great substitute if you ever need to not be on your wrists. Pulling the hips up and back. You could pedal out your feet a little bit, bending one knee as you press the opposite heel towards the floor. You might go back and forth a few times. And then settle onto 2 feet evenly. Heels can be up or down, knees bent or straight. Drawing the hips up and back away from the elbows. And then release, drop the knees, sink back to child's pose again. Let's make our way to sitting. Can extend the legs forward. Take the flesh of the sit bones back. Feel free to sit up on something if that's useful for you. A little lift under the hips. And then use your hands to support you as you fold forward. That could be on the feet, something around the feet, or hands on the floor. Going towards length, towards folding. Inhale to look up. Exhale, release. And bring the right sole of the foot to the left inner thigh. Janushirshasana. Square off your torso over that straight left leg and then fold whatever amount you're able. And you can use your hands either on the foot, something around the foot, or the floor, or some combination of those. Inhale to look up. Exhale, release. Switch. Straighten the right leg. Bend the left leg. Square off your torso over that straight right leg and then fold using your hands to support you wherever it makes the most sense for you. Lengthen and release. Let's bring both soles of the feet together. Grab your toes or ankles, lengthen and fold. Elbows might push into the legs, or if it works better, you could use your hands for support in front or behind you. Inhale to look up. Exhale, release. Let's come back onto our backs. And bring your knees in. Take a circle or rock with your knees, releasing. Drop your feet to the floor for bridge. Press your feet down. Lift your hips up. Once the hips are high enough, interlace your fingers behind your back. And kind of rock side to side, shrugging your shoulders underneath you. Spreading upper back and lower back away from one another. Take your arms out of your way. Roll down and rest. Let's take happy baby. Grab the soles of the feet on the inside. Press your knees towards the floor. This can be done in stillness or with a little rocking, with legs bent or trying to straighten them a little or a lot. Let's drop feet to the floor and cross the right ankle above the left knee. Reach the hands through, grab the left leg and hug it in, stretching right outer hip. Release. Let's drop left foot to the floor, straighten the right leg up, flex, point your right foot a few times. Circle your ankle a couple times both directions. And then switch both feet to the floor, cross the left ankle above the right knee. Reach your hands through, grab the right leg, hug it in, stretching left outer hip. To release, drop the right foot to the floor, straighten the left leg up, flex, some point. Circle, a couple times both directions. And then drop this straight left leg all the way along the floor. Bring the right knee to the chest and guide it across for a spinal twist. Roll back onto your back. Bring both knees in for a moment. Take hold of the left knee. Drop the right leg long. And guide the left knee across. Spinal twist other side. When you feel even on the two sides, come back onto your back. And just check in with your body. Is there anything you need to do to feel complete in your practice? Any last pose or stretch? If so, you can take some time for that now. Feeling whatever you're choosing to do. And each time you finish something, you can just practice asking, what now? Is there anything else? And when nothing else is needed, you can start getting comfortable in your final resting pose, Shavasana. Use any props. Feel free to adjust your clothing. Eventually settling into stillness. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, gently waking your body up again and letting this movement increase gradually through your wrists and ankles, eventually stretching out long through your arms and legs. When you're ready, bring your knees in. Roll to one side. Use your hands to help you up to sitting. And bring hands together at the heart. Namaste. Thank you.